Got some serious farm girl vibes going on today. Welcome back to Chronically Musical. My name is Alice, and this channel is a place where I share videos about being a person living with 2 autoimmune diseases, as well as my experience as a professional classical musician. Now, if either of those topics sound even remotely interesting to you, you should definitely hit the subscribe button, maybe even the little notification bell next to it so you can get alerts every time I upload a new video. I post new videos every Wednesday, either about chronic illness or music, or something that relates to both. Today's video is going to be so much fun. At least for me it will be. I have no idea if anyone has any interest in watching me try on and rate my old performance gowns, but I haven't had a reason to dress up in almost a year, so just let me have this one, okay? Now, as I mentioned at the top of this video, I am a professional classical musician. I have a bachelor's and master's degree in viola performance, so I've had quite a lot of experience in performing. I've also had quite a lot of experience in wearing pretty dresses. Now, I know that the classical music world is extremely progressive, not at all stuck in the past, and super accessible for anyone and everyone. So obviously, the wearing of gowns and formal attire is still very much rooted in the classical music culture. Fortunately for me, I have a passion for gowns and pretty things, so I don't actually mind that part of it. Sadly, when COVID-19 became a part of our lives, my performing days came to a screeching halt, and I no longer had any reason to get dressed up anymore. I went from all black to kicking back, from long gowns to leggings, from jumpsuits to joggers. All right, I'm done now. So as far as these dresses are concerned, they range from gowns I purchased in high school to grad school, and most of them I found at secondhand shops or resale places, or they were given to me. I think I've only paid full price for a handful of them. I will preface all of this by saying I have way too many gowns. Like, more than I need. Like, some I haven't even worn yet. But in my defense, I may have worn them this past year. I'll never know because all my performance opportunities just disappeared. And that's not my fault. You know, it's not the dress's fault. I just always justify new dress purchases because you never know when you're gonna have a solo opportunity. As a violist who's not a soloist. Plus, I mean, you can't wear the same gown twice. Now, some of these dresses I haven't actually tried on in several years, so I'm not even confident that they're all going to fit. So we'll see. My body has changed a lot over the last 2 years. I've gotten into much better shape. I've been exercising more, but then recently I was on prednisone, so things are still sort of bloated in weird places, and I don't know, it's gonna be a surprise. We will get through it together and we will experience it together because I really don't know how this is gonna go. Now, I'm planning on trying them on in the order that I can remember buying them, which is gonna be easier said than done because I have a horrible memory. And then rating them out of 10 because, as we've discovered in the last couple of videos on my channel, I really like ranking things and I really like lists. So this is both of those things. And wearing pretty things. So honestly, this video is like my 3 favorite things all in one. Now, this is very important. I will not only be factoring in general aesthetics into my out of 10 rating, but I will also be including functionality because there are some dresses out there that are just not made to play the viola in. And I had to learn that the hard way. All right, so I'm gonna go get the dresses and we will get started. I'm so excited. Yeah, this is like really fun. All right, so I felt like the occasion warranted a bold lip and some liquid liner. I have no idea why I just subjected myself to that though, because I have not put red lipstick on in almost a year, and I have not done liquid liner in several months, and my hands still shake from prednisone, and I'm out of shape with it all, so it was very stressful. So it's not my worst look. It's certainly not my best, but it's fun. destroyed my closet curtain. All right, well that was a disaster. All right, new plan. All right, dress number 1 is the first gown that I ever bought. I wish I could remember where I got it. I think it was probably like Nordstrom Rack, something like that. I got it, I want to say my junior year of high school, and wore it for several performances my junior and senior year in high school, including part of my senior recital. I haven't actually worn it in quite some time, but it was so beautiful at the time, and I loved it because it was one shoulder, but it wasn't like this was on the right side, literally on the right side, so it wasn't gonna get in the way of my shoulder rest or my instrument. Right now it does feel a little bit uncomfortable to have this hitting my shoulder. I think I would actually not enjoy playing in this right now. Maybe I would wear this with, like, if I was gonna perform chamber music or something. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. I feel like rating is gonna get really hard because I don't actually know what falls where on the scale, but I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10 because it is really pretty still. But it's just not the most comfortable, and I don't know that I'm gonna ever perform in it again. So 5 out of 10. Okay, so option number 2, I bought this for my prom in high school. I got it for $5 at a garage sale. In terms of performing, I've only ever actually performed in it once. I was singing and I was strumming my viola, and I don't think I actually was playing my viola. It wasn't like a big solo performance or anything like that, because if you could not tell, not only does this dress show everything, it's very exposing, but it's also super flimsy and not practical. In terms of like beautiful dress rating, I would give this like an 8 out of 10. Now in terms of practicality when playing the viola, it's like a 1 out of 10. So let's just say 3 out of 10. I would never perform in it. But if you know of any galas coming up, give me a call. I'm honestly shocked that I managed to zip this one up. I'm not actually sure I zipped it all the way. But dress number 3, I bought this at a secondhand store on South Congress in Austin, my freshman year of college. This was there for like maybe $10. I don't know, something really crazy and expensive. And I just thought the back was so pretty. The front, honestly, is just super boring and not the most like flattering looking. Whew, I'm winded though. It's very, very tight. I've actually, I think, only performed in this one time. It was between my freshman and sophomore year of college at a music festival. I'm proud of myself that I zipped it up. I don't think you can see. It's like a chiffon material, and there's like this really pretty beading. Ultimately, I loved the back, and it's a black dress, and I feel like I can always justify purchasing a black dress, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know how to rate this. I think I'm gonna say 4 out of 10 because I could still wear it. Like I could wear it for something. I barely fit into it. It's comfortable. I can't breathe, but you know, it's sort of comfortable. But like, look at the back, you know? It's so pretty. All right, so what did I say, 4 out of 10? All right, we have another black dress. But honestly, it's one of my favorites. I can't actually remember exactly when I bought it. Sometime in college. I didn't actually buy it. It was, I went on a shopping trip to Nordstrom Rack with my mom and my grandma. All of our birthdays are in April. She bought this for me, and it's so pretty and timeless. I wear it all the time. It's my go-to like black gown if I need to have a black dress for something. Overall, it's held up for a really long time. It's so classy and timeless, and I just love this dress. The thing I will say is that it has this really pretty chiffon skirt, and it gets very clingy to the lining of the dress. It's just so elegant and pretty and simple and super comfortable. So I would say, I think I'm gonna give this like, I think a 9 out of 10. I'm hesitant to use up my 10 out of 10s because I feel like, I don't know if I have a 10 out of 10 dress. We're gonna say 9 out of 10. I might go back and change my mind. But dress number 4, 9 out of 10. Can't go wrong. Elegant, classy, simple, all black, pretty, everything you want in an all black gown. Plus, my grandma bought it for me, so it's a wonderful little memory I have of shopping with her and my mom, and she loves it every time I wear it too, so it's sort of like a win-win. Okay, dress number 5 is one of my favorites, though I did just discover that I have a stain on it, so I'm gonna have to take this to a dry cleaner, but this is dress number 5. I found this at a resale shop in Long Beach, California, and I bought the dress for I think about $100, which sounds like a lot, I know, but the actual cost of gowns by this designer are like $700-800. So I went and I saw it and I tried it on and it fit, and I was like, I have to get it, I have to get it. I'm never gonna have there's never gonna be another deal like this on a gown that's $700 or $800 that I could get for $150, and it was in perfect condition. It looked like it had never been worn. I wore this dress for my senior recital in college, and then I've also had press photos taken in it, so it's just one of my favorite dresses. The back is really pretty. It's got like an exposed zipper, so it's kind of hip. I actually did have to have this tailored because it was way too long. It's very simple. Arguably maybe a little too simple. I think the color is really pretty though. So let me think. How would I rank this? It's great for playing. I think I'm gonna say 8 out of 10, because I think the black dress before I think is overall a prettier dress. So that's getting a little edge up, but this is also gorgeous, and you can't see the bottom, but there's so much material. Someone take me dancing when COVID is over. Okay, so we're transitioning a little bit into the floral category of gowns. Apparently I got more adventurous as I got older. This is a 2-piece situation, as you can see, and it is one of my favorite purchases of all time. This was not a secondhand thrift store $5 garage sale situation. Most of these gowns, if it wasn't sort of obvious, I've purchased. It's sort of like I was shopping for something else and I saw the dress and knew I would wear it eventually, and it was too good to pass up, and it fit perfectly, or it was really on a good price, so I just buy it. This was like an explicit, I went to Lord & Taylor to find a gown for my graduation recital from Juilliard, and this is what I picked. And it is just, it's so cool. I mean, how edgy am I with the cutouts and the exposed zipper? I actually had a choker on in my performance and like this inverted braid ponytail thing. It was really, really edgy, especially for Juilliard. But I love this dress. I haven't had a chance to wear it for anything else. I actually was planning on wearing it for a photo shoot last fall, but then I got really sick because of an IBD flare-up and lost a bunch of weight, and not only couldn't fit into it, but there was no way I could actually do the photo shoot, so to be continued. But I just love this. You can't even see how amazing it is. It has like this lining. It has like a short black skirt underneath, and then these like awesome panels of, I don't even know what material this is, and then there's like a stiffer bottom, so the actual part of the skirt. I need to show you this, okay? So, excuse all the cords over here. Look at the bottom of it. It is just too much for me to even handle. So, love this dress. I feel like I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I wasn't expecting to give it a 10 out of 10, honestly. Like, I didn't think that it was still gonna be one of my favorites. I will say this top of the dress is not my favorite. I actually have a couple of other black cropped sort of tops that I think look more attractive and are more flattering. But the skirt part of it, I feel like it's so high fashion, you know? So I'm gonna adjust my rating because of this top, and I'll say 9 out of 10. But the skirt is like 20 out of 10. I mean, I love this skirt. All right, so we're back to all black for a second. Now this is sort of a something borrowed, something new type situation. This top portion of this ensemble is actually a bodysuit from Forever 21. Super cheap, super inexpensive. I don't even know when I bought it, a couple years ago probably. And then this skirt is a Janping borrowed situation. So this is actually my mom's skirt, and you can't, let me show you the bottom of the dress again. So it's actually a fishtail dress, or skirt, I'm sorry, which is really, really flattering. And it's got this kind of a cool textured pattern to it. So this top thing is kind of like a faux velvet, and then this bottom is sort of a different sort of texture. Whoops, a little low. So I haven't actually performed classically in this. I wore this outfit to the governor's ball that I played at, which is the Emmys after party, a year and a half ago, and I was playing electric 5-string violin for that. And so I just wanted to look really elegant and sophisticated and also kind of sexy, and it had to be all black, so I sort of put these two things together, and I think it's really pretty. I wouldn't wear this for a classical performance because it is rather revealing. I wouldn't want to accidentally have anything that isn't supposed to come out. And I wouldn't want to wear it in like an orchestral setting because it's completely inappropriate for that. So, you know, you have to pick your battles. But overall, it's just, I think it's so pretty. Looking at it on me, it is very apparent that these are two separate pieces, which is also okay, but I feel like it would work better if this top wasn't, didn't have a pattern on it. So I'm gonna say 6 out of 10. Okay, we're back to florals. This is the last gown that I purchased. It was sometime early last year, pre-COVID, and it's actually the last gown that I ever performed in March of 2020. I think my last performance was like March 2nd or something, and then the world fell apart. So it holds a special place in my heart. I played Bach in it, so I've played in it classically, and it was great. It was totally fine. I was at Macy's, and I happened to pass the clearance rack, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, I have to try that on, because it actually reminded me a lot of this gown that I wore for this solo concerto performance I did in college. I didn't actually own the dress that I wore for that. That was a Rent the Runway dress, but I just loved it so much, and I don't have any sort of ball gown like that. Plus, it has pockets, and it has an exposed back situation, and I'm a sucker for anything that shows my back, which you could probably tell based on all the dresses I have. I will say that this dress is like too big for me, quite a bit too big for me, but this top part is not, so it kind of works out okay. When I bought it, I was initially planning on having it tailored, but I don't think I need to. I will say it's way too long, so that part needs to be hemmed. As you can see, my feet are like here. And then the dress is really, really long. It's like a fun sort of ball gown. It reminds me of like Princess Diaries. I feel like I could be at some sort of royal event. I will say it's like a very dense fabric, and it's got this sort of several layers to it. It's like a 3-layer dress. So there is a lot going on. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10, I think. I mean, again, it's too long, so I do need to get it altered a little bit, but it fits better than it did when I bought it. I think I was a little bit thinner when I bought it. 8 out of 10 for dress number 8. All right, last but not least, gown number 9 is brand new to me anyway. I did not buy this dress. This was something that my mom had at work. She brought this home, and it's really gorgeous. It's quite a bit too big for me, but because of the way the dress is, I think we can like kind of easily, I mean, I might even be able to like pin something there. I haven't actually had a chance to wear this or perform in it yet, Again, it doesn't quite fit me, but I do think it's really beautiful and lovely, especially for like a summer or outdoor performance. I think I'm gonna go with like a 6 out of 10, just because I have to get it altered and I haven't worn it yet officially, but it's beautiful, and it was just a gown that I came into, and I'm never gonna say no to a free dress, especially not a free gown. So yeah, 6 out of 10. And the winner is whatever number this dress was. Now, as you can see, I've changed the top. I think this is a little bit more fun and flattering in general. It's actually a very see-through top with a strapless bra underneath it, but I think it kind of works. I don't know that I would perform in it because it's very delicate, but this is what I will eventually be wearing in that photo shoot that I mentioned. Having some hair issues right now. All right, we're just gonna keep it down. Well, suddenly we become very high fashion all of a sudden at the end of this video. Speaking of this video, if you are interested in seeing more videos like this, or videos that are completely, totally unrelated to something like this, you should subscribe to my channel because I'm gonna have a little bit of both. And if you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below with which one of these was your favorite gown. That's really all I have. I had so much fun making this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. Stick around for next week's video. It's gonna be completely different than this. So yeah, that's all I got. I will see you all next week. Bye.